Yes, we
All
are
right, here
back,
we go.
back at it, live.
Damn, international waters.
That's it, baby. We're back live, ladies and gents. Obviously with Tony, all the way from Florida, USA. We did do a trial run a few weeks ago. Just a bit of logistics and sorting out between time differences with Spartan got us
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this
yeah.
moment right here today.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're making differences.
That's it, baby. What's it like over there, T? How's it been? How's everything going?
Awesome, man. I've been doing exactly what I guess I set out in life to do.
Yes.
To be surrounded by the best martial artists in the world. So it's been, yeah, awesome experience for me out here again. I guess for me, it feels like home out here. So it's good to be back. I'm training hard, living free. That's very important as well. So yeah, no, it's awesome.
That's sick. Well, since literally you've left, so much has happened in the world in terms of MMA, life in general. So much has changed. Um, I reckon we just might as well just as we would just get straight into the MMA.
Yeah, dive straight in.
Let's just catch up on all the shit we've left behind, and then literally look set ourselves up to talk about what's coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sounds good to
Uh,
me.
so I reckon the main thing in MMA world, what's been going on, is Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's cut.
Well, yes and no. I mean, if you want to talk, no offense to the armchair fans, that's all that's been going on is Conor McGregor. But there's been heaps going on, man. I believe there's a new featherweight, I guess you could say goat emerging from Bellator. Um, I think that's a big talking point that not many people have paid much attention to in AJ McKee, who obviously fought on the weekend. If you watch not just the UFC, if you watch Bellator also, it
Yeah,
was an awesome card, an awesome event. Man, it was an awesome fight from a young stud, man. So
yeah, that's
that's to
it.
me, there's a lot been going on since old cokehead Connor made some horrible decisions in the cage.
Yeah. Now look, I reckon Conor McGregor's losing it a little bit, man. Like, going back to the
Yeah,
Conor, we'll touch on AJ McKee in a bit, but just I reckon he's losing it a bit, man. Like I've been watching his Instagram stories, and he just looks like he's just gone
yeah.
mad. Like he's just
You
gone
know
mad.
what happens to everybody? Eh? Money kills everybody.
Yeah, that's it.
Money,
Well,
money.
it
People think it's what you want, but it's not what you really need, man.
true, true. Well, look, let's just talk about that leg break, man, and then we'll go from there. Apparently, there was a stress fracture, or there was, not
Hmm.
apparently, there was, and that caused the leg to break. Seeing that, do you like you as an MMA fighter? Do you squirm at those things? Like, does that make you feel a bit?
Nah, nah, not really. I mean, you're in the game, you know what I mean? Like things are gonna break, things are gonna happen. I mean, people keep going on about this leg break and the compromised leg, and I mean, my question is if I'm in a fight and I've chipped my bone or I've hurt I broke my hand in the fight, why would I continue to throw the broken hand
Yeah,
continuously? Like I'm gonna does he not have any other tools in the shed? Maybe you know what I mean. He's continuously attacked for that leg and then ended up breaking it. So does that just show Conor McGregor the sort of person he is? Stubborn, bit of a fool now, isn't he? And he's just
yeah.
destroying himself. It's his legacy and his career and his name. So
Yeah, you've fought through some adversity in a fight before. You've broken your hand in a fight, and
yeah,
you've learned to deal with it during the fight. Yeah, talk us through when that
well
happened.
that Well, that was my point. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a supposed leg break, why was there not, a game plan around it, an idea how to avoid it? Instead, he's thrown the kick as many times as he could,
Yeah,
like a stubborn. I guess Connor's a hard-headed guy. I'm give it to him, man. He's very strong-willed, and he probably thought, fuck this, I'm not letting this make me scared. And he kicked at it too many times and ended up breaking it. But at the end of the day, did he break it or did Dustin break him? I think that's what it really
yeah,
was.
yeah. I reckon that whole saga there is finished, man. I think
Yeah.
Dustin comes away with all the bragging rights. Yeah, then the the shenanigans after the fight, man, it was
Yeah.
pretty full on and intense.
Oh, I just it's I wouldn't say it's full on and intense. I just say it's stupid. But I
Yeah,
mean, what do you want? You got to no offense no offense to Conor McGregor, but you got a guy from the street. He's an Irish lad. Those boys are crazy. I mean, they party hard, they play hard, and that's what he's doing now. He's playing hard, and to him, he probably doesn't see a big issue with saying what he said. Probably in his circles, it's more of a joke like thing. It was rude and it was stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
hmm
But yeah, I mean, how much can you expect from the guy? He's throwing trolleys through buses. He says racist, derogatory comments towards people. So I mean, is anyone if he punches out old men in pubs, do you really expect anything different from him?
yeah, no. Yeah, so I reckon that's enough about him. I guess he's just put himself
Was
out.
that was what at least 3-4 weeks ago now.
Yeah. Because yeah,
Wait a sec, I give me my roommate follows offering me some. Oh, brush my teeth.
this is as real as it gets, baby.
As real as it gets. I got some. What's this pork crackling?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, yeah,
I reckon, well, because there's so much that we've just missed out on so much since. I reckon we'll just touch on mainly the Sanford guys, your training partners, and just catch up to them. I reckon the first fight I want to touch on is Gilbert Burns and Wonder Boy. All right, because remember going a while back, I called that Wonder Boy was a dark horse,
yeah.
and Gilbert Burns just put on a clinic, man.
I do have to say, give me 2 seconds, Rick. 2 seconds. Sorry, Rick, you there?
Yeah, I was just making sure the
Yeah,
stream was
sorry.
working.
Sorry, that's as real as it gets, man. I had to stop for a food break. That was one of my roommates, Fozzie. But yeah, back to the point actually. For that fight in particular, I was like, man, I like riding on Rico here. He called Wonder Boy, and I really did think he was the dark horse of the division, really. And yeah, man, you can't fault to Gilbert Burns, man. If he ain't ready for another shot at it, I mean, besides Covington, I mean, Gilbert Burns has solidified himself as definitely the number one, if not number two contender for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think Gilbert Burns fought the fight he needed to fight against Wonder Boy. I reckon because Wonder Boy is such a long rangey fighter, I don't think Gilbert Burns would have been able to land a shot unless he had set himself up to that shot.
Yeah.
But just working him in the wrestling and keeping him, holding him down was just, it just shows, I guess, why he's one of the grappling coaches at the gym. So
one of the best grapplers in the world, man.
Yeah, man. So
he's got some amazing
shows
wrestling
his level.
abilities, and his amazing jiu-jitsu abilities is off the Richter scales, man. And you can obviously see him with that fight. Who Won the Boy is such a hard. I'm pretty sure he had a very, very high takedown defense percentage, like very, very high. He's very hard to take down, and Gilbert, I think, was pretty sure he executed a takedown every round.
Yeah, I can't remember from memory, but watching the fight, I think majority of it was on the ground, so it just showed the level that Gilbert Burns has in terms of his grappling.
Another thing that it showed really well was the patience.
Yeah,
which is going to be a big factor if he does get another shot at it. It's going to be it's a big factor because I felt like he rushed a bit in his last fight against Kamaru and probably blew the tank a bit early. Then he paid for it. But this fight, he was able to stay cool, calm, collected, and execute his plan.
Would you say Burns would be next in line? Because that welterweight division is completely messed up and muddled up at the moment. Because now you've got Usman fighting Covington in the rematch, which I feel like Usman just runs through Covington this time round, just because Covington's taken too much time off. And I think Usman's just leveled up.
It's a weird one. Or do you give Leon Edwards the shot?
Yeah, then that's the other one is Leon Edwards. He's been pretty hard done by, man. He's been sitting there on the sidelines for how long, And even though the fight that he had with Nate Diaz, he did pretty much school him for the majority of the
Oh, he definitely scored. I mean, he just got caught then in
Yeah,
the
got caught
last,
at the end and got
and it got
unlucky.
wobbled, and he was able to deal with it. But yeah, definitely I mean, he's definitely a guy that deserves to be in that circle. It's definitely between him, Gilbert, and
Usman
Covington.
on Covington. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, in terms of the
yeah. So
yeah,
you can't have Usman. He's got the belt.
yeah.
Well, why don't you show them our new features and pull up the rankings there, Rico? A lot of you, Dalia, pull up the rankings for
Let's,
us because we can really have a look. Look at that. This is high tech. This.
let's get the
Okay,
rankings.
no.
Um, we got. Well, this is pound for pound. Let's go welterweight. Here we are. So we got Covington as number one, Gilbert Burns and Leon
Yeah.
Edwards, and then pretty much after Leon Edwards, you got. I mean, you got these two here, Chiesa and Vicente Luque. You could make an argument to get
Aren't
them
they
in.
fighting? They're fighting, aren't
Yeah.
they?
So I
Yes,
would I
so
would
yeah.
probably say the winner out of that would be thrown into that mix with those three.
Yeah, which is a weird one for Burns because Burns and Vicente are very good friends,
Yeah.
and also
I would what would
Vicente also trained with Kamara.
yeah, but I would say what Vicente and Gilbert Burns probably wouldn't fight, right? Because Vicente they've cornered each other.
Hey, so did Kamara and that.
Yeah. True.
But I know what you're saying. Hey, only time will tell, really.
Yeah. Um,
Uh,
in saying that, moving on, Ang La, he's had an interesting
Anglaise,
last since we've been gone. He's had
uh,
both belts. He's lost
taken
both
by the
belts
same
against the
person.
same fighter, against Derrida,
Yeah,
or Derrida.
yeah, Renier Duridia.
Yeah, he is a freak, man. That Derrida.
Hey, he's good, man. He's good. He definitely had unfortunately had for Angla had his number
Mm-hmm.
both times. But in saying that, the second fight was a far better fight from Angla. He still got outdone and out of control, but
Yeah,
a far better fight the second time. Obviously, went the distance. And yeah, then he just showed he was back. He was back in his last fight. With a dominant first round knockout. You can't get
yeah,
much better than that,
yeah.
can
He,
you?
he fought the I can't remember his name, but he was also
The
known as
Brazilian.
he was also known as a knockout artist with good striking.
Yeah.
And Angla just literally
Yeah.
probably shows all the hunger that he wants to get those belts back.
Well, it was good too from Anglo because he got taken down. He was able to get back up. So he showed, a lot of skills, a lot of, growth. So
Yeah,
who knows how long he's got left in his game. So it'll be good to see when he gets another shot at that title.
yeah. Moving on, I did put him in, but I don't think he's had much movement since his last fight. Is Jason Jackson?
Who did he fight last?
I'm pretty sure he fought the Gracie.
Daly.
Oh,
No,
Daly.
he fought Semtex. Yeah, Semtex Daly.
Yeah, Daly. Paul Daly.
Yeah.
And again, he has to be next.
Well, that's what the word is because now it's October 1st. It's Lima and Page. They're fighting October 1st in London. So,
hey, the winner out of that.
I mean, but the thing is, how long does Amosov have off? The word from my little birdies on the inside, I'm not going to get that Timothy. That Amosov's out till December. He's having a baby apparently, so he's come back in December. So either they're going to get the winner of that. I mean, the Douglas Lima Amosov fight, I don't think it's a good idea. It was a dominant 5-round,
Amosov
bit of a bore.
Yeah.
And then Amosov, after his last fight, he actually didn't call for Page. He said Page hasn't done enough, and he called for Jackson. But I think Page beats Lima. They'll give Page the shot.
Yeah. We actually Michael Venom Page and Jason Jackson would match up pretty good. I'd actually
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Hey man, I think Jason against anyone in the division is a great fight.
Yeah. That's definitely one to look out for, man. Jason Jackson, like I picked him up ages ago. I didn't even know he was even your training partner, and the guy's like he's just got a cool swagger about him. The big old Rasta man.
They're Rasta man.
Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, that got announced.
Yep.
That's going to be a fight, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a
good
sick
fight.
I'm super super excited about that. So, I think that's going to be a banger, man. That's a fight. I think as an MMA fan, you got to any And, whether you like him, either of those or not, you got to watch that fight.
Yeah, that's going to be sick. This one to look out for coming up. Robbie Lawler. Now I'm not sure if he's in the
Yeah,
gym or if not, but he's
yeah,
I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but he's got a fight with Nick Diaz, the brother of
yeah.
Nate.
No, that's confirmed.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty sure
confirmed.
that's confirmed.
Yeah,
I'm
so that
99% sure. Well, he's back in the gym training and that. So
yeah, that's going to be sick, man. Two OGs just going at it, man.
yeah, and they fought before too. You do know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So who won the first one? Do you know?
I would have to say Robbie Lawler won it.
I can't remember who won the first one.
No, Nick Diaz defeated Robbie Lawler
How?
via KO, no TKO.
Oh, nice. Well, no, not nice. Let me take that back.
So
Let me take that back.
Robbie
No,
Lawler is back
not
in the
nice.
gym.
Yeah, he's back training. He's
That's
back
sick,
in there.
man.
He came back.
What's it like
Yeah.
now that I've talked about the last of it? What's it like being in there, man, with all these killers, man? Just
Oh man, it's like you getting called up for Boca Juniors, eh? I'm traveling with the Boca boys, eh? So that's probably the best way to put it.
yeah,
It's you're in the, but at the same time, you sort of let it go now. Like I don't see it that way
yeah.
now. I think this
Because
is
now
just
when I asked you
yeah,
just then, you kind of brushed it off like
yeah,
it's normal
yeah.
now for you.
Well, it is. It is, man. It's normal to me now because I see myself as an elite fighter in the world, and I'm just rubbing shoulders with the people that I'm supposed to be with. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still super cool. I'm still blown away sometimes when I see some of the people. But now, this is the job. It's just my teammates. It's my time to, I guess, leave a mark on this world of the MMA world. So yeah, that's what I'm more focused on.
Cool. I think we'll just go on to the fights that happened on the weekend. So let's just do the UFC first. So Sean Strickland versus Uriah Hall. I didn't get to watch
I don't
it.
know, bro. I watched it. To me, it's just Uriah Hall was just like he wasn't there the whole time. He was just I don't know. He's never got out of second gear. Strickland was just Strickland's just Strickland, man. His game.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks a whole bunch of shit. I don't know if you ever seen what he says.
I saw some highlights from it.
He says things, like I want to kill a man in the cage. I jerk off over, knocking people out. It's just shit like that. And he probably does. He's mad. I watched these fights, and he's just game. He's tough. He's brutal. He's a good fighter, man. I do think he's not the greatest fighter in the world. I do think I don't know how I don't see him beating Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
But in saying that, he's a tough fighter, man. That middleweight division is a bit weird because you do have a lot of good, strong guys who aren't overly talented. Then you got some super talented guys who are like a Uriah Hall, not a Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall. I'm thinking Uriah Faber. Uriah Hall, sorry, who he's a talented fighter, but where was he on the weekend? Like it was like when the tough guy, going, he just sort of stopped. So that's why I think the middleweight division is a bit weird like that. You've got super talented guys like like obviously Israel's the bee's knees, super talented, super tough. But is there anyone in the middleweight division who's super talented and tough? So you've got guys like we got heaps of middleweights at Stanford in that mix there. You got Ian Heinisch who fought a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, he lost. You got Phil Hawes who's just on a tear. He's a beast. He's a guy to watch out for. If anyone in the middleweight division, you got
Derek Brunson in fifth.
Derek Brunson, yes, he's a beast as well. He's actually scheduled to fight Darren Till.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. And then you've got also another good one to watch out for is Brandon Allen.
Yes.
He fought on. I'm not sure he fought on the weekend. Did he fight on the weekend just gone or the one before?
The one just gone. Just gone.
Yeah, bro. He's really, really, really impressive victory. I thought he was class, man. That jab was beautiful. The body kick was coming in beautiful against an undefeated fighter. It just made him look like it was child's play.
Yeah, that's good. I think then we go on to the AJ McKee fight, which I did watch. What a man, that AJ McKee. Yeah. Before the fight, you asked me, I called it. I said AJ McKee, man. Like he was a lot of people's pick early on.
Yeah, I said him as well, man. I said him more as a fan. I was like, I want to see him win, man. I think he'd be great for the sport of MMA. He'd be great for Bellator, and just great for him. You know, as a young, talented fighter, man. It'd be cool to see him get up there and do his thing. So it was cool to see him out there and perform.
And it's not only that; it's something fresh for Bellator. He's got, comes in with a
Yeah,
new swagger, a
that's
new.
what I mean. That's what I mean. But don't get me wrong, I love Pitbull and may the best man win. But I just felt like I'd be cool to see a guy like AJ win. He's only 26. What is he now? 18-0. Got $1 million in the bank. You know, he's got cool swagger, got cool style. He can talk. He can, he can do it all. He can fight. So yeah, it's going to be a big fight that a lot of people keep talking about at the gym is him and AJ McKee and Adam Boris, which I think would be an excellent fight, man. And Boris is fighting, I think, in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, 2 weeks' time.
And AJ McKee just moved to number one on the men's pound for pound. But I guess where else would you put him?
Yeah, I mean, he's undefeated. He's 18-0. He just took out arguably the best featherweight in the world, like arguably the best in the world in Pitbull. Took him out in the first round. So it did sort of took him out twice in one night, let's be honest.
The
what did you think of the stoppage? What was your opinion on the stoppage?
I would say I did call it a little bit early. I guess in a fight with that magnitude, man, I think
100%. Yeah, 100%. I have to agree with you. I mean, it was too early, but at the same time, it was justified, but it was too early.
Like you got to. I think it's in a championship fight. You got to let your fighter go out on his shield.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It'd be almost like that head kick, stopping it on the head kick. You know what I mean? He was out, but he wasn't out. And same here, he was still on his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only going one way, but it also could have went anyway. So
yeah, I
that's the game.
And especially with someone like Pitbull, man, who's just he's been a champion for so long. You got to let him go out on his shield, man.
100%. No, I agree.
So AJ McKee goes out, $1 million richer plus.
Yeah.
That's fucking. He's got such a plus. He's done it in Long Beach, California as well, where he's from.
Done it.
Did you see his walkout? Yeah. He walked out to nothing but a G-Tang.
No. I did see his walkout, but I didn't hear the song.
Yeah, he came out to nothing but a G-Tang. So, he really rides with that LA swagger. So, interesting to see, man. Like early on, I called him when he got that neck crank or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, the one.
I said from there, man, this guy is he's pulling stuff out that I've never seen before, and so good on AJ McKee. So,
like I said, I'd love to see Adam Boris and him go at it, because he's a first round specialist, and so is Adam. Man, I think that'd be an awesome fight.
Yeah.
Adam's actually up in 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm not sure he's fighting. A few boys in the gym are on that Bellator card. You got Logan Storley. He's fighting. I can't remember. You'd have to pull the card up, and then also Adam's on that card as well. So
I'll pull them up when we've got the upcoming events. Well, we'll do it now. We'll go through it in order, because you got Bellator coming up in 2 weeks. This is this week. I think there's only one card, and that's this weekend, and that's the Cyril Gane.
Well, should we talk about that quickly? Might as well go on that one, or you want to start Bellator?
Yeah, we'll go Cyril Gane, Derek Lewis, UFC 265 for the interim.
What's your thoughts on that whole interim thing?
Look, I don't know what's going on with Francis Ngannou. I don't think many people can.
Yeah, because that is just the UFC trying to strong arm him to take nothing.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. There's a bit of negotiations not going the right way for Ngannou, and man, he is the baddest man on the planet. He is. There's no question about it.
No. Yeah. And you could almost say, if he can win a few fights like in the fashion he won, he's the baddest man to ever walk the planet.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who you are, you can bring up any name. He's just going to rag you to the ground and choke you out anyway.
Because let's be honest, the winner out of Derek Lewis and Gane is just going to literally do whatever he wants with him. So
we'll wait and see.
Well, when he fought Derek Lewis, it was a bore fest, and Derek Lewis did win. I think that's
what I mean. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if I had to put my money, I'd put it on him. But hey, wait and see. I'm not going to ride either of those boys out.
Yeah. Well, then you got, but then you got.
I think
There's two
I
ways
think
you can look
Cyril.
at it. There's two ways you can look at it. It can be a good thing, the interim championship belts. It can be a good thing because you can really build up a fight and do a champ v champ sort of thing.
Well, I think the only I feel like you can't do champ versus champ because it's stupid. It's not a champ versus champ. There's only one champ, and that's the man holding the world title, not the interim title. I think the only way that it makes it cool is if they do it like boxing. You know what I mean? You got the silver belt, so you are the number one contender. You are. It says it right there.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, while we're here, we might as well just talk about the Derek Lewis Cyril Gane. How do you think it goes?
I think Gane. I can feel like Gane, if he can drag it out the distance, he wins. If Lewis can catch him in the first one or two, he wins.
Yeah, I saw a pretty funny meme yesterday. It's got all the like you got striking, Cyril Gane wins. If you got movement, Cyril Gane wins. You got takedown, Cyril Gane wins. And after all of those things that Cyril Gane ticks off, the prediction: Derek Lewis by KO.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true because he just takes one shot
Yeah,
and he'll put
and
your lights out.
I
So
remember.
that's what makes it an interesting fight. You're gonna have like a guy who moves and dances, and against a guy who's gonna try and knock you out. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a cool fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those ones where Cyril Gane's I actually reckon Cyril Gane's gonna win. I think Cyril Gane, the way he moves, man, it doesn't look like a heavyweight.
Yeah, no, he moves beautifully.
So I think he won't be as dumb as just say like a Volkov who completely outworked Derek Lewis when they fought and then got knocked out right at the end.
Yeah.
So I don't think Cyril Gane's gonna make that sort of mistake coming into this one. So I think Cyril Gane will win in a decision. I don't think he knocks out Derek Lewis. Then you got the next one is Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz.
I reckon I'd pick Aldo there.
Yeah, I mean I've seen Pedro Munoz fight a few times. Don't really know. I guess I can't really remember much of him. I have seen him fight.
Yeah, I've seen him fight a few times as well. Nothing crazy that stands out about him. I think Jose Aldo's, he's on his last hurrah, so he's going to go out in his shield, and I just think, he's still got what it takes, man. He's a gun.
And it depends what kind of Jose rocks up. Again, it depends what Jose rocks up. If it's the Conor McGregor Jose, then he gets.
What weight's that? What weight's that at?
This is going to be a bantamweight.
Yeah.
Then you got Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque. This is going to be a good fight, man.
Good fight.
Good fight, man. Both on an absolute tear.
I think you're going to see Vicente going for the knockouts, and you're going to see Chiesa looking for the takedowns and the submissions, man. I don't think he's going to want to stand and trade with Vicente.
Yeah. Again, this is probably my fight of the card. This is probably
agreed.
This is the
great fight, man. What's that? 4 and 5 at welterweight. Did you say number 4 and 5?
Yeah.
And it's a great fight, man. It's awesome.
And then
underrated.
And then the win out of this is just thrown into that mix.
Yeah.
For that title. And then if Vicente wins, like you said before, it gets really interesting, man. With Gilbert Burns in there as well, what happens? So it gets interesting again. And you got Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. I don't really know. Then you got Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. So that's your card. I'll just quickly run through the prelims.
That's boy he's a guy from Sanford, Rafa. I don't know how to say his last name. He's fighting Bobby Green.
Fiziev. Alonso. Yeah, don't really know many.
Look at that. That's a good fight there, Bobby Green. Rafa, fight. He's class, that Rafa. So watch out for him. He's from Sanford too. He's a good fighter.
And then other upcoming fights, you got the Bellator semi-final. That's coming up. You got Nemcom versus who's Nemcom fighting? Rumble Johnson.
What is that coming up? No, that's not the next card. Sure.
Yeah. No, it's not the next card.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, but that's coming up. That's the next part of the
Yeah.
the Grand Prix.
Oh, then you got Eternal 61. So local card.
Oui, oui.
That's a local card. I'm not sure.
Well, you're local.
Well, you don't claim you're Aussie anymore.
Actually,
You're a
I'm
dog.
going to a local actually show this weekend coming. Actually, my boy Devin Dixon's fighting. I'm cornering him. We got Nate Marquardt's back. He's fighting. He's making his return. So this is going to be. It's in Miami on Friday night. And Titan.
Yeah, this is the next Bellator card. Musasi and Salter.
Yeah, I don't know much about that Salter, but obviously Musasi is a beast, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, check out that record. What's his record?
47-7.
Freak and
Yeah.
freak. Who else is on that card? On that main card?
Man, Bellator's really running with the Russians, eh?
Yeah. Well, they're going to Russia. You know that they're obviously fighting in Russia soon.
Isn't it Fedor fighting on that one or something?
Yeah. Fedor. And they're not. I don't think they've finalised who he's fighting yet.
Yeah. Surely someone
So
that's like closer to his age.
But no real names jump out on the card.
Nah. Just pretty much it's main card heavy. I mean main event heavy. I do want to touch on the Grand Prix semis, man. Because the way it works,
When is it?
it's in October 16th.
Wow, shoot. No.
You know, man, what a semi! Like I know you wanted your Romero in this mix, man, but again, what a semi!
Yeah, you'll take that.
Yeah,
You'll take that
every day.
Yeah, all day. That's a great card, man. That Nemkov versus Rumble, freak fight,
Yeah,
and then Beta Anderson. That's a cool fight to watch too. So I can't wait to see the results of that.
and then other interesting fights we've got coming up: Volkanovski, Ortega. That comes up in a few weeks in September. You got this one. Oh no, Dos Anjos versus Islam Makhachev. That's
That's going to be a good fight. I like that. It's a great fight.
You've got Usman Covington too, which we already talked about. In the boxing, we've got Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. That's in 2 weeks, I think. Now.
Yeah. When's actually the Cambosis fight? Isn't that August 16th?
Damn.
There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, there is.
That's in my local.
Do you know any of these fighters?
I can't really. Is that Mumford? Mumford is he the challenger?
Yeah,
I know the title holder.
Yeah,
I've seen
in the Eternal Championship. You got Dan.
You watched that. Yeah, you watched that with me, didn't you? Dan Hill, he beat Josh Togo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
he,
it.
He fought in Adelaide, yeah.
No, that was I don't know if he actually fought in Adelaide, Dan Hill, but remember there was the one and the mat was all slippery and they kept falling over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was that fight. He's obviously defending his title.
So yeah, always got to bring light to the local events.
Yeah, it's good, man. Eternal is one of the best, shows in Australia by far.
Yeah. Errol Spence, what'd you say? Cambosis, yeah.
Yeah, Cambosis. When's he up? I know he's soon. After that postponed, so
14th August.
Damn,
that's 2 weeks. At Lone Depot Park. Where is that?
I'm pretty sure it's in Florida.
They kept it in the
the Marlins Stadium there where the Marlins play.
Might have to hit up Cambosis DMs for tickets.
Yeah, might have to. Cambosis, give us some tickets, bro. I often message him.
And the last one got announced during the week, a bit of a controversial one. And when you actually look at the comments, there's a lot of people saying having the same opinion as myself. So Fola Yang got announced against Zhang Lipeng. I think this is Fola Yang's second fight. He's gone on 2-fight loss streak against yourself and Shinya Aoki, and he gets put in straight away again. Now, my man here is struggling he's not struggling. I mean, he wants a fight. He's hungry for a fight, and I personally think
I am, man.
they're not getting a brother in. What's going on there?
I don't know, man. That's not up to me. That's up to them and what they're doing over there. One, I don't really know. I've been on the sidelines since October 25th. I won. I don't know. I don't know. That's up to them and what they're doing over there. But I'm ready, and that's why I flew myself out here early, with no fights, booked in. I'm even now locked out of my own country, and just over here trying to make a career out of what I'm doing, and unfortunately, unable to get a fight. But hey, we'll see, We'll leave it up to them, and everything happens for a reason, as they say. So I guess we'll see what happens.
This, you haven't heard anything from one in terms of a.
Now, I heard whispers of potential, American cards. And even read some articles. Even heard that they got the rules passed through, Colorado. But no, other than that, man, no offers, no fights. Yeah, playing the waiting game.
That kind of sucks, man.
Unfortunately,
because you got we've got all of us over here, man. We were just like we're itching for you to get in again.
That's it, man. I know. I'm over here itching myself, man. I come all the way, like I said, man. Like I'm virtually locked out of the country.
Yeah.
Risking it to come over here for what? To not get a call up for a fight, and a guy that I beat, has had 2 fights already.
Yeah. And I want
but like you said, I'm thankful for yourself and all the other fans and that who got on that thing and comment on One Championship's Instagram, and guys continue to do so and be heard, because you know what I mean, like they got to know. And I was happy to see yourself and even other people, randoms, just messaging on there saying, well, when the hell's the Spartan coming back? He wins and he doesn't get a fight, so it's good to see, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and I guess it's a few fighters, man, because now what I've started seeing a bit of a trend is this One Championship are just getting the same fighters back in and again, because you got that Ngalani fighting again as well. So it's just
like, I mean, at the end of the day, every card's going to do that, especially in this pandemic sort of era. They're going to bring in the main guys to draw cards, and the ones that are going to put seat bums in the seats and whatnot. I get it, but what about us guys who are young and hungry and wanting to fight, and we don't get a look in because we don't put on as many numbers as others.
Yeah, true. So let's hope our boy gets a fight pretty soon. It's been a while, and we'll just as much as we like, because we're close, like his close mates. As much as we hate it, we love it at the same time, man. Like seeing you get in there and then.
No, that's it, man. That's what That's what I'm the same as you guys. It's very nerve wracking and whatnot, but at the end of the day, man, it's got to be done. It's what we do for a living.
That's it.
I've only got a few years left of fighting left in me, I think. So come on, let's use them up.
Yeah, that's it. And then the last one. Now I know you don't like to talk about these sort of fights, but there's actually last two. So you got Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Now he is fighting a proper striker now.
Okay, here we go. No, this is it. No, I agreed. I hope Tyron can do it. You know what I mean? Jake Paul, what is this one? Jake Paul, yeah. I mean, he can box, but hey, we'll see. He's still not fighting the caliber of who he should be fighting.
So you're still not going to give him the credit?
Well, no, not really. I mean, can you tell me the last time Tyron won a fight?
Yeah, but
can you? I'm just asking. Can you?
Well, Tyron Woodley's known for his striking, right? His punching power.
Well, no.
And wrestling.
No, Tyron was known for his striking power. But I'm telling you, was the last time he won a fight?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, neither can I. That's all I'm saying. Hey, it's good. It's still going to be a good fight. I'll give Jake Paul, if he wins this fight, I had off to him, man. And I actually don't mind the guy too. He speaks up for a lot of us MMA fighters, saying that we deserve more money. So, hey, good luck to him, man.
I reckon he's just doing that for a bit of brownie points to get in with the with the scene. And then the last one is, again, one of your training partners as well. I don't know if he's at the gym anymore. I don't know. Vitor Belfort is he's up to fight Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. I've seen that. No, he hasn't been. I haven't seen him at the gym in ages. But yeah, I guess a cool fight. You know what I mean? The older guys getting a shot at it. But yeah, I just wish more money and more resources were put into, and the up and comers. That who the hell's talking about Vicente versus Chiesa? That's a really good fight. We're talking about number 4 and 5 welterweight in the world. and not many people are talking about that. They're talking about those fights. So each to their own. But yeah, personally, I mean, I want to see what's happened with guys like Chiesa and Vicente and Gan and Lewis. They're the fights I want to see. Not hey, if they're on in the background, I'll watch them. But yeah, that's my opinion on it all.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much the bulk of the combat world done. Um, I do want to touch on. Wait, since we've been away, congrats, Italy is European champions.
No, by the way, I was excited about that until I recently have discovered that, and I've totally written it off now, that the Euros were the 2020 Euros. See, I'm done. I'm finished. Same with the Olympics. You can't have the 2020 Euros and the 2020 Olympics in 2021. It's stupid. We have to accept that the stupid pandemic ruined it, and it was 20. What am I going to do? Tell people I won the 2020 Olympics in 2021? That doesn't make any sense. They're altering the timeline.
Yeah.
What are they? Who do they think?
But look,
the
at the end of the day,
universe?
if it is what it is, again, it's all bullshit. I agree with you, but
it's stupidity. The world has become stupidity, and I'm sick of looking at it. I'm sick of reading about it.
But that still doesn't take away the fact that Italy's European champions. They went into that tournament and they won.
Yeah, okay, exactly. They won. Yeah, no, agreed. And same with all the medalists and whatever. Who cares? Unfortunately, it's not a sport that I rave about. But I'd rather see the Italians win it than anyone else. and I gotta say,
and the pommies at that, and the pommies at that.
Hey, sorry that I even live with an Englishman, but I gotta say I laughed my head off, man. It couldn't have been any worse for them. Like it could not be. Could you imagine the amount of poms that would have yelled out? Those fucking Dagos, those fucking Dagos, man. They fucking beat us, lad.
At home as well, in Wembley, in penalties. Man.
And 1-0 up. And 1-0 up. Does it get any worse? Yeah. So that was horrendous on their behalf. But yeah, I am off it now. I was celebrating the win until I found out it was 2020, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm over it. The same with the Olympics. I refuse to watch it. I'm not watching the 2020 Olympics in 2021. I just no. And then on top of that, come on, Rico. And then I hope you're leading up to the next one. Then now we've even got men versus women.
Oh yeah, no, okay, all right. I don't know if is that training competing in the Olympics? I don't know.
Yes, he got the spot. Apparently, he got disqualified.
Oh, really?
Yes, apparently he was I don't know whether he left the bar correctly or some shit. I don't really know. Yeah. It could all be a lie, actually. I don't even know. I don't even watch it. So if anyone can shed some truth on that, I don't know. But,
no idea. Like again, I haven't kept up to date, but I did see this. In the men's high jump, the Italian guy and the Qatari, they shared 2 gold medals. Now, as a competitive athlete, you'd want to go and be the best, right? That's what the Olympics is, the best of the best.
Well, it's more so I think if I was the Olympics and you two don't want to compete for it, then too bad. One of you's finished second, one has finished third, and the guy who finished third, you get the gold medal. If you're not going to compete for the gold, we're not giving out 2 of them.
Yeah. That's how it is. It's like if you're at 1 and you got the title shot against Christian Lee. Oh man, I don't want to fight today. Let's just be both champions.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to be like, yeah, here's 2 belts, go. I'm happy. No, either go for it or you two get out of the way and put 2 more in.
And again, that's the nature of sport is competition, to be the best. To beat your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Each to their own. Maybe that was their idea, but unfortunately, we need a winner. So but once again, we're in 2021 watching the 2020 games with men versus women. So what does it matter? That's not even weird. That's not even a weird point.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what's happening. Like the way the world is going into and where we're heading to. It's I don't know. It's insane. And I reckon a lot of because you go on your Instagram and people are like, oh, this is amazing, and we've got 2 gold medalists. It's the first time in history, and I'm like, I don't go on the weekend to play soccer and go, you know what, man, let's just be both winners, just both get 3 points each and just go home.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb.
No, I'll go out, in sport to beat you, to beat my opponent.
Yeah.
You know, and
What's the point of playing if you're
yeah,
not?
and not only that,
Look,
what's the point in breaking your back in training
yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Rick, if you're doing it in a competition, if you signed up and you've went out and trained and you've done this and that and you rock up, you're there to win. But if me and you were going to the local park to shoot some ball and we get up, to me and you end up punching each other out over a silly game, but now that's done. Well,
yeah,
that's because it was two friends playing basketball. But hey, if me and you were playing for the NBA, title, I mean, of course we're going to go hammer and Thomasville. We want to win. There's no what we desired our whole life to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I personally thought it was a bit silly. Then you've got there was another one I just thought of just then. Doesn't matter. You got Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, I've seen that. He actually did you see that he sort of alluded towards a move to one championship?
Yeah, this is what I was going to talk about. Like again, he's putting. I guess he's trying to put pressure on the UFC. You know, he said.
Well, it's true. You know what I mean? He did get disrespected in the big way. Like he's the best heavyweight the UFC's ever had. He loses his belt and throw him in the bin. Yeah, everyone else gets the title shot by him. How's he not fighting for the interim?
Fuck knows. Again, it's the UFC. He doesn't play ball. He's not one of the favorites.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the UFC. They bent their own ass. They didn't they? They wanted Stipe to lose that belt. He lost the belt. Now they've got Ngannou, who's even a bigger problem than Stipe.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, good on.
What does the UFC expect? You know, all these guys. You guys all are in it to make money. You guys don't go there because you guys legitimately enjoy getting your heads.
Well, the funny thing is, Rick, we're not all in it for the money. We're in it. We are in it just to beat each other up. But at the same time, if you're going to make $1 million from putting it on TV, we want some of that money too.
True.
That's how we see it.
Again, I remembered what happened. The UFC, I mean, not the UFC, the Olympics, the money they make if they win a medal, I think gold medal, I think Australia only pays out 20 grand per gold medal.
Yeah, I've seen that, but whatever.
A country
20 grand. Yeah, they're making better money than us. And but be honest, I've seen someone posted about that. What are some of the sports that they do? What are some of them? Archery. Like, come on, lad. 20 grand to shoot a bow and arrow.
You done archery the other day. What did you do?
Okay, my point being is
it's not easy.
Bro, okay, agreed it's not easy, but don't complain when the country offers you 20 grand for it. If you don't like it, fuck off and get a job. You know what I mean? Or don't do it. You know what? Don't go. So no, we're not going to you. You're.
But like a nation like Australia is that's known to go to the Olympics and go in, and that's one of the main events as a country. You know, all these athletes break their asses to get there, and they get a fucking and not only that, they work their ass off to get to be the best in the world and get a measly 20 grand.
What for? What for? Fucking. I don't know. I don't see the big issue in it. Hey, what do you want? You got involved in a sport that's Olympics is essentially an event. It's an amateur event, and they're getting 20 grand for it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird how the Olympics works. You do have pros in the basketball.
Yeah, but it's stupid. Who cares? Like to me, it's irrelevant. So I'm not really going to comment too much on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's everything. Everything in terms of sport and current events. Last thing is the pandemic we're in.
Yeah. Well, you're in.
Oh yeah. I was seeing during the week in Florida, I don't know what it is, the governor or the fucking whatever, the guy who runs the state.
Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, he said that you guys won't be locking down. Doesn't matter how many COVID cases you guys have, and
wait,
life is just.
I gotta put something on. Wait there. This is for when I fly back to Australia, just so everyone knows. Everyone knows what's up. This is my hat when I land back in Australia, so everybody knows what's up, man. You see that?
Don't tread on me, the snake. Is that what's that?
That's it, man. That's what we use, brother. Over here, I think that was what the Americans, the flag we flew with. The English were here, bro. Don't tread on us. Oh, we're free. We fight to the end. The Americans.
He said that you guys are gonna just live life on and deal with it. Now it's gonna.
Well, Florida's meant to be the worst place in pretty much in the world for COVID. It's meant to be the most dangerous place in the world. I mean, I've been out here for nearly 3 months now, and I just haven't noticed a thing.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Yeah, man, there was beaches, everything's open. A lot of people wear masks, like a lot of people wear masks.
Yeah.
Um, and once again, good on them if they want to, they can. But everything just goes normal, man. There's no problem. There's no hospitals that are overloaded and whatnot. They're full of shit. They're lies.
Yeah, and even you being there, like here, this new Delta variant, everyone's saying, oh, it's highly contagious and this and that, and you
But
like you yourself,
but but what chance? Yeah,
you're out there, you're mixing and mingling with fellow
people
Floridians, and
people from all over the world.
and
Every day in the gym, people new different faces from different parts of the world in the gym every day.
and like it's cause as I say here, it's highly contagious. Like a fair few people there now. It's not running through the state, is it?
No, no,
Yeah.
it's not running through the
Like
state.
here they
And
making
even
out
if
here they make out it's if one person gets it, we're all gonna fucking get it.
uh, that's because the problem is you idiots keep on listening to them. What you turn on the news every day, you turn on the radio every day, you hear the news, and you tell your friends, they tell their friends, they tell their friends, and everyone just knows about their new stupid rules by the next 20 minutes because you just told everybody.
Yeah.
See, where if no one listened anymore and everyone just thought, you know what, I'm not even going to turn on the TV. I'm not even. Everyone always says to me, I don't turn on the TV. I don't watch the radio. Yes, you do because you all talk about it, you all discuss it. So you all know you're essentially watching it anyway. See me, I would never clue. I would never clue what's going on. I purposely don't know. I just keep on going about my day. When they were going to shoot me dead, they'll shoot me dead. And until then, I'll just don't tread on me. That's all I say.
Well, like, what are you supposed to do? You've seen the videos that we've shared with the cops, harassing, civilians.
I
What
just think
what do
you
you?
let them. I personally think you let them arrest you, all of them. So just go out there and when they come out to you and say, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Say, "I'm minding my business. What are you doing?" And you just stick to the law's the law. Have I committed a criminal act? They'll say yes, but they're actually lying. And say which law is that? Oh, so and so law. I don't know about that law. So, um, what are you gonna do now? Like, are you gonna arrest me, take me to jail? If not, can I just go about my day? Because like I've got things to do. That's what I would do. And so be it. If I get arrested, I get arrested. I go to jail. I guess I mean, if there's hundreds of thousands of people doing that, I mean, how they're going to fill up all the cells with all these people who apparently arrested due to just going for a walk. Like I don't really care anymore. Like the police eventually going to get found out that they're crazy. They are. They can't keep doing what they're doing. They're constantly lying through their own teeth. I watched a video the other day of a woman who was being arrested, and the cops telling her that it's Commonwealth law that she has to wear a mask. What does that even mean?
Mm,
I don't even think they know what they're talking about anymore. They've lost their mind as well. Everyone.
yeah.
I seen a video again, another video the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. I think you did because you guys shared it on the chat of that guy with 7 cop cars surrounding him.
Yeah.
Because what is this? 7 police officers surrounding a guy who has left his house.
Yeah.
Is that how safe Australia has become?
Yeah.
Are we that safe in Australia now that we can afford to have 7 cars, a potential 14 police officers surrounding one man who has allegedly broken a COVID guideline? Is that how safe we've become in
Mm.
Australia?
But
You know what I
hey,
mean? So,
15,000 people out there go to the footy on the weekend. But hey,
yeah, yeah,
don't leave your
exactly. But
house.
once again, that's you idiots listening to the stupidity.
Yeah.
And even like you, like I told you the other day, you fool,
Yeah. But
do not support the businesses that support these agendas. If you support it, and once again, it's freedom of choice. Support them if you support the idea. But if I'm walking into a shop that has, you cannot be served unless you have a mask on, or you're not allowed to come here if you're vaccinated. That's cool, man. I won't come here, just like I won't shop at a place that doesn't allow black people because they used to do stuff like that back in the day. And I wouldn't support a shop like that. And I wouldn't support a shop that tells me I'm not allowed to come in because I'm not vaccinated. That's fine,
mm,
man. Then you will not get my money. And perhaps I won't be able to have the pleasure of life that these shops can offer me. But that's okay. I'll live a free life. Perhaps I'll, have to, struggle a bit more. But like I do now, you know what I mean? As you can see around me, this is my bedroom. This is where I live in, a house with 4 other guys. But I'm living my dream, man. I'm doing what I love. I'm free. I train every day. You know what I mean? I have to cook and clean for myself and take care of everything myself. But hey, at the end of the day, man, I'm free and happy. So
Yeah.
once again, that's my point, man. You got to, as the people, we are the power, and if we can all unite together, and we don't all have to agree with it. Like I see everyone was arguing on the internet about who's right, who's wrong. Who really cares who's right and who's wrong? Yeah, who really cares? What the real problem here is that I'm a 30-year-old man who can go fight a war for my country, but I can't look after my own body. That's where I have an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So
Look, it's. I agree with most of what you're saying. It's just I feel like we do need to share the shit around because we need people to see how crazy and absurd it is. Like,
yeah, agreed. But it'd be cool if we just seen how crazy and absurd Australia could get when local business owners, you know what? Let's just all go back to work. Let's all get crazy and just defy the government. Let's do craziness and defy. Now, I'm not saying, you know what I mean, but hey, if you're not gonna allow me and my family to eat, well, then you might as well just come and shoot me anyway, because we're just gonna die anyway.
hmm.
You know. To me, it's like in Australia, it just seems like first world fucking, what's the word? In slavery. They're just in a first world sense. You know what I mean? You all get locked into your nice fancy little houses, and you're told you don't have to work anymore. And we even pay you to stay home, and people are like, okay, whatever. I'm like,
Well, that's the
so
problem. That's the problem. Is
yeah,
people get paid literally to keep their mouth shut. That's all it is,
yeah.
and then
That's it.
and live with
Stay
it.
home and we'll pay you. And everyone's like, yeah, it's sick. I don't have to go to work anymore. I'm going to stay home for a week. I'm
Unlike
like,
me, I'll take your money, but I'm still gonna go against you. Fuck you.
yeah, well, exactly. That's my point. You know what I mean? Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, are you really happy? Like, people are actually happy in Australia to go, oh, I'm getting paid. Oh, fuck it, I'd have to go to work for a whole week. Fuck, why don't you just quit your job, bro, and
Yeah.
get a new job? If you really hate your job, if you're willing to give away your whole entire freedom in life just so you don't have to go to work anymore, maybe you should get a new job. Maybe that job isn't for you, eh?
Or not
You know
only
what I
that, or
mean?
just do what Sav does. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. He's probably honestly one of the only guys I like talking to from back home because he's the
Oh,
only
fuck
guy who
off,
does what I says.
cunt.
No, but what I mean by that is when I talk about this whole dumb fuck COVID situation, because
Yeah.
we don't talk about it. He tells me about his day, and he tells me, "Yeah, I go and did this. Yeah, I can't go to here because obviously that's closed." But I just do my normal day. And
Yeah.
if anyone asks me where my mask is, I say I don't have one. Simple as that.
Concerning, but it is what it is. I reckon we'll call it there.
We'll call it there. Sounds good, brother. It was good to get back on board. Sorry about my setup. It's only going to get better. Hopefully, we can get this show really going. We can start getting some guests on here. Some high-profile guys. Maybe I can even, persuade even the big Swan to come back on. We'll see what
Big
he says. You know what I
swell.
mean? We'll get him on.
He wouldn't even
And
fit in the screen next to you, man.
I know. Probably, yeah. Well, he just pushed me out of the way. You'd be happy with that.
Yeah, get you out of the fucking show.
Yeah, you can. But no,
All
all
right.
good, all good. Oh, well, hey, it's good to hear, man. And I send all my love back to everyone back in Australia. Stay strong, all of you. Don't give up. Don't give up the good fight, man. You know what I mean? Remember, there's nothing in life like freedom, man. There's nothing in life like freedom. I'll tell you that much.
That's it. Spartan, thank you, brother.
No, thank you. All right, guys. And Rick, good to be back, my man. And hopefully, same time, same channel next week, eh?
Easy done.
Easy, brother.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Ciao, bro. Ciao.